abomination will set in motion a potential economic death spiral by increasing the nation's debt by more than $3 trillion. And yet these phonies on the Republican side of the aisle claim to be fiscally responsible. Get lost. House Democrats are going to do everything we can over the next few hours, today, tomorrow, for the balance of this week and beyond, to stop this bill from ever becoming law. Questions?
Thank you, Mr. Leader. The bill that the Senate is sending back is far more conservative than the bill that the House Republicans passed before Memorial Day. What's your reaction to some of the provisions? You already disliked them in the House version. What's your reaction to the bill becoming more conservative as it returns back to the House for you all to try to defend against it?
Why would any so-called traditional Republican, particularly those who are in swing seats all across America, vote for a bill that will aggressively and actively hurt their constituents? Senate Republican bill that's been sent back over to the House doesn't make anything better in an already flawed bill that emerged in late May from the House of Representatives and limped over to the Senate by a single vote. Why would anyone who claims to be concerned about protecting their constituents from these devastating Medicaid and health care cuts vote for Donald Trump's one big ugly bill? It's perplexing, and we're going to make this case strongly before the Rules Committee and on the floor of the House of Representatives.
Are Democrats planning for anything like procedural motions to adjourn or anything on the floor to try and delay passage at any point of the bill?
We have a leadership conversation at 5:15 today, and then we'll have a caucus meeting at 6. All legislative tools and options are on the table.
Do you plan on using a magic minute on the floor today?
All procedural and legislative options are on the table.
Do you expect the entire caucus to be here this week?
It's my expectation that every single member of the House Democratic Caucus will be present, and every single House Democrat is strongly opposed to this GOP tax scam, this disgusting abomination, this one big ugly bill that will rip health care away from millions of Americans.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Beyond just voting against the bill, recent polls have shown sort of lack of confidence in Democrats in Congress. When you say you're doing all you can you elaborate on that to the people at home that think you weren't doing enough?
Yeah, we're in a more is more environment, and every single generic ballot that has been taken this year has House Democrats defeating House Republicans. Every single one. Beyond that, every single major special election that has occurred this year, Iowa in January, New York in February, Pennsylvania in March, Wisconsin in April, Omaha, Nebraska in May, and South Carolina in June, every single special election, Democrats have won, often in places that Donald Trump carried decisively just last November. As far as I'm concerned, that's what matters. We are in a more is more environment, and we're going to continue to do more, as we've been doing over the last several weeks, over the last several months.
Mr. Leader, Medicaid has obviously been one of the most controversial components of this legislation for both Democrats and Republicans. The White House has been quick to say that it's only cutting waste, fraud, and abuse from the program, and that Democrats are for keeping non-U.S. citizens on the program of Medicaid. Can you clarify if it's the Democratic position that supports keeping illegal aliens on Medicaid in the program?
Republicans are lying about Medicaid being used to provide health care using federal funds to undocumented immigrants. Why? federal law prohibits Medicaid from being used with federal dollars to provide any health care to undocumented immigrants. And I haven't heard a single Democrat say anything about opposing that law or doing anything to change it. I support the law as it currently exists. What Republicans are doing is taking health care away from American citizens, from children, from seniors, from families, from everyday Americans with disabilities. That's what this bill does, and has been confirmed by independent organization after independent organization. Donald Trump claimed that Republicans were going to love and cherish Medicaid. You're lying to the American people, just like you lied to the American people that costs were going to go down on day one, and lied to the American people that the war in Ukraine was going to end on day one, and lied to the American people that the hostages would be released on day one. I mean, this is one lie that was told to the American people after another. And we're going to expose the truth to the American people because the American people deserve the truth. This is the largest assault on health care in American history. It's an assault on Medicaid, on Medicare, and on the Affordable Care Act, which will result in millions of people who currently get health care coverage from the Affordable Care Act losing access to their health care. It's the largest assault on nutritional assistance in American history. It's the largest transfer of wealth from everyday Americans to billionaires in American history. Shame on Republicans for trying to jam this bill down the throats of the American people. Thank you, everyone.